always when you explain someone about the stock market, you will go to the farmer market, right? In the morning, the demand is higher, right? So the prices could go up, but then the farmer wanna clear or sell everything because it's not gonna keep it for the next day because it's not gonna be a fresh tomato. So maybe the prices will go down.
Then I changed my strategy name to the tomato strategy, you know.
Welcome everybody to another funded trader of Trader Pool. Today Komron is with me, a new funded trader with a $50,000 buying power. Thanks for coming, Komron.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, first of all, thank you so much for the invitation. Yeah, it's a real milestone achievement for me. Like, thanks God. I mean, we're finally there. Yeah.
Amazing. And you've been with us for a while. You did a few attempts, right, Komron? Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that.
Yeah, so definitely I had a failure and like a couple accounts. And yes, maybe it's about 1.5, maybe 2 years. And I could pass it earlier, but it wasn't because I was trying to understand the process, you know, how the process, if process is interesting for me and to get the right process, right?
Yeah.
So it's about maybe like 6 years I'm keep trading, and because I was in the stage of the loop, right, and making money and losing money, making money and losing money. In the beginning, I had 2019 or 20, I had a beginner's luck, but I didn't respect it, and then the market teach me so well. Then
Yeah.
after that, I took the couple classes and 2 online classes, which is all of them take like 6 months each. Then after that, I realized, you just need the skill, and I mean, prop farms and like a trader pool. Then we get opportunity.
So when you took those courses, did you go for, it was like basic courses, just understanding the market, or going a little bit in depth?
No, both of them was professional courses. I bought them and I paid for them.
Okay.
And I paid for them, and the interesting stuff is like at the both of them, it's helped me to learn a lot, but it didn't help me to get out of the loop, the making money losing stage. I was in the just, circling around. And then after some years, just months maybe ago, I realized it because I'm Uber driver. Right? While I'm driving and I'm asking myself, this is 6 years. Why is not working? And then I asked myself, is that like a billion market or more than that, just sitting behind the candlestick? If you think logically, it's not. And then I said, forget about the stock market for now. And because I'm 6 years, I'm trying to understand the market, but you're going to confuse because it's like an ocean, right? And there's a lot of information, like you're getting confused again. And then I forget about the stock market. Then I start trying to remember my childhood, you know, and
Okay.
because I had a 10 or 15 years like experience in the farmers market. Farmers, we had
Yeah.
tomatoes and we collect them the afternoon, then load them the truck with my father. The next day in the morning, 2 or 3 in the morning, we go to the city and to sell tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
1,000 pounds.
Wow.
And 1,000 pounds, then I remember why is because I had experience like more than 10 years in the farmers market, right? Then I'm trying to understand from the farmer side. Then one day we go with the 1,000 pounds and we sell like 1 hour all gone. So easy with the high price. The
Okay.
second day we go and the same amount, I mean, same size, 1,000 pounds, we couldn't sell it. Even the lower price, and we just sell half of them is there. And we stay 5, 6 hours there, and we couldn't do it. Then, as a farmer, so I know why it's happened. For sure, I know because I'm doing this 10 years or more than 10 years. Because yesterday there's a reason why we couldn't sell today, because the yesterday's product we sell right to the retailers. We was wholesaler. The
Yeah.
retailers couldn't sell the product. It was there. They don't need it anymore for today. They need it by tomorrow. That means supply and demand. you know then I think about that and supply and demand, and then it gives me a good idea, and then I took just from the idea and applied to my system, then it gave me like a result.
That's super interesting and super profound because compare, when you explain someone about the stock market, you will go to the farmer market, right? It's more easier to explain exactly as you just did on
Yes,
tomato. You explained the in the morning the demand is higher, right? So the prices could go up, but then the farmer wanna clear or sell everything because it's not going to keep it for the next day because it's not going to be a fresh tomato, so maybe the prices will go down. I always explain that with the orders, the market order compared to limit order, right?
yes,
In the market at the beginning of the day, everyone is clicking the mouse key on or buying in a market price those tomatoes. At the end of the day, I can come to the farmer and say, you know what, I'm buying at this price at $9 or whatever, and then maybe he will negotiate with me, etc. Very interesting.
yes. After I got the result, then I changed my strategy name to the tomato strategy. Yeah, that's
So,
happened.
so tell us a little bit about that because I will share my screen in a second and show the guys at home how it looks like and what you traded. You traded Tesla, which is incredible. Your risk reward is amazing. Tell us a little bit about the strategy.
Yeah, it's very simple, right? I just mark down in the morning, right? In the morning, I mark down the yesterday close price. Okay, I can mark down, and I just review the pre-market session, and it's traded above the close price or below the close price, and then okay, I need to identify the direction first, right? It's helped me to get the direction, and I said, okay, it's above price, above close price. It means bullish sentiment, and but I need the verification real-time data. To get the real-time data, I'm just waiting for the market open, right? And then I see how the reaction is going. It's selling off or if buying going on. Then if I say like price is traded above the close price, then is price getting higher high? Okay, this is confirmation market is bullish. Then the second thing I'm looking, the most important thing in the market is price. If you get the good price, you make a good profit. If you get the bad price, you make a bad profit. And that's how it's I look. And then entry point for me is the second stage, and the third stage is the risk management. And and of course, so then I'm sitting with the capital, right? There's a 50K, and I'm not gonna go in with the 50K.
Yeah.
I'm just like dividing two. I am two stage. Okay, like a 25K, I enter. Okay, I just trade like a three trades per day. Like let's say altogether is gonna be 200 loss. If it's happened, the three trade is all consist of like $200 loss. If I make a profit, it's gonna be $400.
Right.
Yeah, and then I see like a 25K, then if it works, I added another 50, 25K because I size down, size up. It depends the situation, how it's going. But the stop loss never gonna go change. It's gonna be same. I mean, the amount is same. The
Yeah.
level might change, but the amount is gonna be same.
At
Yes,
the end of the day, you know exactly how much you're gonna lose for every given trade, basically.
exactly. Because if you don't know, then there is no performance because we have to measure it.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let me share my screen for a second and show everyone at home your dashboard and how it looks like. So for those of you not familiar, every trader gets his own dashboard. The dashboard will show you your stats, the risk parameters, and you can really understand your progress and look at your equity curve. You can also check your achievements and payouts and customize your view, switch between light mode and dark mode. Okay, amazing. So what we can see, first of all, by the way, if you're watching this and we're still doing that in February, come and join us for the big challenge. It's an amazing few challenges that we created. So this is just a commercial break. All
Okay.
right, your account, evaluation account 50K, needed to make only 6%. This is what I love about our challenges. It's only 6% to the target. By the way, yesterday I passed the evaluation myself. You know, I'm showing the guys at home that it's possible, that anyone can do that. I traded the 200K flex, passed the evaluation, and it is, I wouldn't say easy, but if you have a strategy, if you have the right set of mind, you can definitely do that.
Of
Even if it
course.
will take you a few attempts, that's fine. Exactly as Cameron just mentioned, $2,000 for the max loss, 1,000 for the daily pause, and beautiful executed. Again, trading only Tesla. So you had about, what is it, 44 trades total, and then only Tesla, long and short. And I love to see that when someone is, first of all, focusing on one asset and actually trading both sides. So you're not just going on one direction. You're giving yourself more opportunities to evolve, to take the basically the moves that the market will give you. Tell me a little bit about Tesla. Why Tesla? Why not Nvidia?
Yeah.
Amazon, Google, etc.
Yeah, so all of us know that at the moment is a Tesla is a liquid stock, right? It's a pretty liquid stock, and why is Tesla? Because it's a blue chip, large cap. It's easy to analyze and easy to analyze for me. And you just make a research one time, then you can use it, like for a long time. I can say. For the small caps, is you have to do like every day make a research what's the market capital. It's not easy to analyze, and you have to be, you need a lot of data for me, but I don't know, for everybody is different. And
Yeah,
why is one ticker is going to be no distraction. If you're distracted, then you cannot execute the trade perfectly. The
yeah,
one strategy, one ticker, I think enough for the if you want to be the profitable, I think. Yeah.
for sure, for sure. I do love that. And yeah, Tesla is the classic one to trade. And I'm also looking at your P&L, top P&L, $483. The losing one was, as you said, $200, 195. So you keep that ratio, the risk reward part, very solid. 4.3, it's incredible, because you do have some losses, or a lot of losses, compared to the success rate is low, 34, but a lot of your losses are actually kept very small. What do you do? How do you handle that?
Yeah, but in this evaluation, I had a two strategy, right? Two strategy. The first one is didn't work well. But if you see the after December 18,
Hmm.
I applied the tomato strategy, right? But then it got the result after 18 of the December.
Yeah,
I never get the loss. More than like $80 or $90, because let's say I trade. So my max loss is for the per the day is a $200. I'm just dividing three trades. So it's first gonna be, let's say, $80, second $70, the third trade is gonna be $60. If I keep consistent losing, I'm coming from the high risk to the low risk. Yeah, and it's pretty simple. Even I size down, I size up, and my loss amount will be same.
you're doing it great, buddy. And also looking at the quantity. I mean, with 50K, you still, you can, maybe for Tesla, that will be your max, but you're handling it the right way. I do love the trading that you presented here. Also, the stats here, looking at your projections and profit factor 2.24, which is great. And that shows a lot of character. On one end, you're going for a big risk reward. On the other end, low success rate. And there are traders that will try the opposite, higher success rate. It's easier to handle emotionally wise, lower risk reward. You took the other approach, basically going for higher risk reward, which is great. Is that something that you developed along the years, or from the get go you went for more of a risk reward compared to the success rate?
So I was mostly concentrated on, for the risk reward ratio, not success rate, right? Because we need to win. The winners should be like cover at least three, four trades.
Mm,
Let's say my one winning trade is equal for 2 days loss.
right.
That's the most important, because well, sometimes you make one to one. It works maybe somebody, because I'm trying everything. Like, with 6 years, I have a lot of data sheet, and because I was using like day by day, every day I was changing the strategy, but it's wrong. We have to stick on one strategy, and we need to understand the market structure. It's very important. Even you have a good strategy, and if you don't understand the structure of the market, it's not going to work in the price and structure of the market. And I think the risk reward is more important, and it's a profit factor.
That's amazing.
All of them, we need all of them. And at the end of the day, we need all of them.
Right.
And trader pool is amazing because with the rules, right? With the realistic rules. Because why I know that, because I traded with other prop firms. And then on the top of this, trader pool has good tools. You can track your performance. Whereas it's very important because it's gonna show you easily which side of you weak, where is your issue. You can see that. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, are you trading your own capital as well with a broker?
I did before, not now.
Amazing. Great to hear that. So once you pass the evaluation and once you get paid, you have a certificate. By the way, feel free to share it with your friends. Great achievement, really, Komron. And here we are at the finish line. Let me hear your thoughts about your funded account, right? Are you going for the same approach that got you into the funded stage? Are you going to change anything? How are you going to tackle it?
Of course, I'm gonna trade, and I don't know. I have a question, right? Maybe it's interesting for others too. So I can try if I would like to open another account, right? Another evaluation. Is that the one trader has multiple accounts?
Of course, yes, yeah, all the way to $450,000 buying power.
Yeah. If I would like to start evaluation for the 100,000, is that possible?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's my goal. I mean, I will see and trade on I want to enjoy like one month, maybe 2 months with the 50K, then see how it goes. And then based on that, I will go to the next stage. I mean,
yeah. And this is your funded account already up a few bucks.
Yeah.
Big trade on Tesla. That was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I
had a losing day today, $222. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's 3 trades is equal to $222.
That's amazing.
It happened.
Yeah, amazing way to look at it on the risk reward side. Still with 25%, 3.9 on the risk reward. So that is great. The only thing you need to work on to reduce that 50% consistency rule, basically. But that will happen over time as you can grow.
We need more data because in get right data, right? Maybe 1 or 2, 3 weeks, maybe then we will see it. Yeah.
That's amazing. All righty, Komron, thanks so much for coming. I appreciate that. I'm sure the guys that just heard a lot and will take that into their trading accounts as well. For those of you guys who want to check us out, go to tradeapool.com. Go through the evaluation like Komron did. Obviously, learn the rules, start small, and once you at the funded stage, keep at it and reach the payout. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you, Komron.
Thank you. Have a good day.